Huge T here with my Granny's Closet, back with another video for you guys. How is everybody doing today? How is your midweek Wednesday? What are you working on since it's Whip Wednesday? What do you got on your hook, at the end of your scissors, on your needles, on your sewing machine? What? I am a little befuddled today and discombobulated. Why? Because my kids went back to school today. So I am a lonely mommy here with just me and Rocky chilling together, but that is okay because I have you guys. My oldest, my 15-year-old, my baby, he started high school today, and watching him walk into the school with all the cheerleaders like, woohoo! Yeah. You know what I mean, right? Those of you that can relate, you understand, right? All right, before we get into today's video, which is going to be about booth setup and what to have for your booth space and things like that, let's get into some admin and intro stuff. Here we go. If you don't know, now you know. You can find me on Pinterest, Instagram, and Facebook, all underneath my Granny's Closet 3Gs. If you are interested in purchasing any of the items that I make and sell for my farmer's market, you can go ahead and head on over to my page, my Granny's Closet 3G, and you will see all the pictures, the pricing, what I do for shipping, and the like there. So if you're interested in purchasing or just browsing, go ahead on over there. Not to be confused with my Granny's Closet 3Gs. No spaces, just at the S at the end. That is where we go to congregate and conversate about all things yarny and crafty goodness. It is a group page where you guys can post your pictures of your finished products. If you have any questions about vending or booth spaces and things like that, we can answer those questions for you there. If you have a question about a pattern, we just ask that you don't post the picture of the paid for pattern on there, and we will be glad to answer any questions that you guys have. If you are new here, a returning subscriber, thank you for joining me today. You're wonderful. You're wonderful. I really do appreciate each and every single one of you guys. You have no idea. You're amazing. Just to see the participation in the group page and here on my Granny's Closet YouTube channel. Thank you guys for coming back and taking another chance on this crazy person. And for those of you that are new here, thank you for taking a chance on this crazy person for the first time. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. We got Miss Gal Gadot over here, Mrs. Wonder Woman. Woohoo! Dude, you guys, I am so excited. Why? Because Gal Gadot is asked to return to the DC universe. Whoop, 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 whoop. She is going to be returning as Wonder Woman in Wonder Woman Part 3. So her little show up, or her little, what is it called? I don't remember. But when she popped in at, oh gosh, why am I forgetting all of these? Shazam, the Shazam movie and the Flash movie, when she did her little pop in there, her end credit scene and everything like that. That is going to be going towards more of the new DCU universe that they're going to work in. So I'm really excited. Now, don't get me wrong, Linda Carter is the best. She is the OG. She is the Wonder Woman. Whew, yes. But I'm really excited about the Gal Gadot thing. You guys have no idea. All right, you guys, let's get into today's video. We're going to talk about booth setup and what to have during your booth setup. So get your pen and paper out and let's get to writing all the things that you need to make that list to get your stuff ready for your next market. Are you ready? Are you ready? So here we go. Hey. We interrupt this program to bring you this short report. If I move too much, if I am fidgety, if I toss things in the air, if I break out in song and dance, it is just because I'm ADHD and we let it just run its course during the videos. Sometimes I try to cut out as much as I can, and sometimes I will put it in the end for bloopers. So maybe you'll see some, maybe you won't. Stay till to the end. All right, you guys, back to your regularly scheduled program. Let's go. All right, you guys, now that you've had that little bit of a warning over there, let's try to stay calm here and get into a little bit of what we need. Now, what I want you guys to do, the first thing on your list that I want you to write down is gather items, okay? Gather items. Now, if you haven't already, scout your vending event. So if you have the opportunity to go visit the event before it is your turn to go, or if this is just one of those one-time events, or if you tried, you can, and you found out about it years prior, try to find a way to see what day is a good day to go on, what day, if you're going to do it for the whole weekend, which day is going to be your most foot traffic day. So try to find that out first before you go to your event. Now, here's what you do. The night before your event, you're going to gather all the things that you're going to pack your car with. Now, you're going to have to be really good at Tetris, to say the least, if you want to pack your car with all the stuff that you plan on bringing for your event. So, are you guys ready? Feel like I just need to take a time out for a second. So gather all your items, everything you're going to bring, your setup, your items that you're going to be selling. Bring that, put that where you're going to be loading your car, essentially. I can't stress this enough, you guys. Before you get anything done, load your car the night before. I can't tell you how many times that this has happened to me. I have not loaded my car the night before thinking I can get it done the morning of. I run the risk of losing time by not loading my vehicle the night before. If I load it the morning of, I run the risk of losing time. You definitely, I can't stress this enough. You guys definitely load your car the night before. That way in the morning, after you've loaded your car the night before, you can come back to the area where you had all your stuff in, even in your room, in all the other places that you craft in. Go to those spots and be like, oh, I need this, I need that, do I need this, do I need that? And then you add those to your list and you put them in a forget-me-not bag. I have my bumblebee bag that I load everything in. Like if I'm going to gift wrap, I'll put that in there. If I'm working on something that night and I know I'm not going to have, or I know I'm going to finish it that night, I put it in that bag when I'm completed with it. That way in the morning, it's a forget-me-not bag. I know I need to bring my bumblebee bag every day. And then you have your yarn bag of items that you know you can be working on that is not so important when you do, you know, your crafting at your vendor event. So we're going to go through this list as we set things up. All right, let's go. So canopy goes up first. I always set up my canopy first. So put that on your list, whether they're going to offer it to you in your vendor's fee or not, or whether they're going to provide it for you there or not, or available for you to rent when you get there. Your canopy goes up first. Then you put down your weights. I cannot tell you guys, I never used weights before until this vendor or till this farmer's market. I never used to use weights before, but now I use them because it's required. So some vendor, read the fine print. Like I always tell you guys, read the fine print in your contract or in the paperwork that you're signing when you're doing your vendor event, or when you're signing up or filling out. Read that fine print. It'll tell you what is required of you, what they offer, what they provide, what's included in your vendor's fee. Okay? All right. So canopy goes up, then your weights go up. This farmer's market requires the weights because it is a liability. If your canopy flies away and it hits somebody, you, not just you, are liable, but the people that are there are liable as well. So don't forget your weights. I never used to use weights before. It was never really required. I used to look at other people's spaces when they would set up and see them putting their weights on, and I would be like, I'm so jealous, I want weights. But then it didn't really occur to me to mine to have to buy them. So not until this market. So if it's required, bring them. Next is your tables. Set out your tables. So I have 3 tables. My mom brings an extra one. My sister loads in the car for her. I take it out and I set that one up. So everything that you're going to set up. So I have 3 6-foot tables because I do have a 10 by 20 space for my farmer's market. I do have that. I do have a wooden shelving unit, and you guys will have seen that in one of my vendors. I'll put it right here. So that shelving unit carries a lot of the glass stuff, a lot of my little pre-packaged kits or bundles that I do, like my mega scrunchie boxes, my mini scrunchie boxes, my lip balm keychain boxes. So I put a lot of that there. And whatever you have that is going to be there to display, like my displays that I have for my pegboards. Okay, I bring the pegboards and I bring my little clotheslines. Those are like 20 bucks at Walmart. Also, you want to bring your chairs. Don't forget your chairs, and don't forget somebody to come with you. If you can have somebody to come with you, that way they can spell you when you have to step away from your booth for moments at a time, or if there's a necessity that's needed for you and requires you to step away, you have somebody there to watch your booth if you're not a regular there. If not, I mean, if you're a regular there like I am at the farmer's market, one of the vendors next to you or near you can spell you, and this is where making sure that your items are priced comes in. But we'll get into that in another video. All right, now that you have your skeletal structure, your tables, your canopy, your other hard displays up that don't require covering or any kind of work to put into it, okay? After you've set all that up, now comes the cosmetic stuff. The cosmetic stuff being your table covers. What goes on the table, vertical display that you have. Do you have S hooks to hang things up? Do you have bungee cords to hang these up? Do you have clamps to hold things down? Are you guys ready for this? Because I'm about to show you the bin that I carry all of my table covers and everything that I have in it for that display. Now, I'm about to show you guys what I keep in this bin right here. Ugh. It has my signs. It has a lot of things that I use for cosmetic purposes. Now, when I say cosmetic purposes, you have your skeletal structure, and this is how I visually think of it. Because your canopy and your tables and everything that requires you to set up so that you can display stuff on top of is a skeletal structure. Cosmetic stuff such as your table covers, your grid wall that you set up on top of your tables after you put your, table covers on, and the like. Those are all cosmetic. So I recommend, as far as table covers go, I recommend you getting these polyester or nylon covers with the little foots that grab at the end or at the bottom of your, these little grips that grab at the end here underneath. So it sits like that on your table. It covers the top portion. Then it hugs around like a fitted sheet. And you get these little feeties here. You put them underneath, and you guys will have seen me do that before. Now, I do keep regular table covers here because I do have a card table that I have that I use for my junk bin that I'm going to be showing you as well. My little bags that I put products in that people purchase from me. So I have these. I have 3 of those covers. So you want to make sure that all your tables are covered, okay? I also carry in this bin my hangers. I do have black and green. Of course, I have to. I have my bungee cords in here because I do have to anchor down my pegboards that are hanging on my clotheslines or my clothes racks, simply for the fact because the weather lately has been very, very windy. The Santa Ana winds are ridiculous. So I have these to make sure they hold to anchor to the legs. That way they don't fly away. And then I have my little clamps here. My mom's have smaller ones, and those ones are easier for me to use because these ones are a little harder for me to... Also, what I have in here is my walls for my canopy. So you want to make sure you have everything set before you go out there and you're really prepared to display everything. Now, I also have my grid walls that I bring with me. They're in a separate bag. Now, they're very heavy. I'm not going to bring them and show you. You guys will have seen me display this in several videos, but I will post a video of my grid walls right here while I'm talking. Now, the next thing that I do have that I bring with me is strictly for display purposes. Now, I do have my grid walls, like I said, you guys. These are the lock joints for my grid walls. These little joints that I use to connect them together. And you guys seen me put them together plenty of times. I do have my 6-inch pegs to go in my pegboards. These are for my scrunchies, or these are 8 inches, I believe. Now, I have these that are not inside, that are stuck inside my pegboard simply because they're too long they'll ruin my pegboards. They won't fit in my car, so they stay separately in this bin here. Okay. Now, what I also do have is I do have pegs that stay in my pegboards because they're small enough, and I just carry extra right here because in case some of them snap off. Like I said, the winds are really crazy. They'll pull my pegboard, knock them down, and sometimes these snap, the plastic ones. I do have grid wall pegs, little hooks to go on the grid walls, and I have S hooks here. So everything and anything that I require for my display is in this bin as far as setup. Okay, so you want to make sure that you have bins that have all your setup separately. Like this is all the hardware. This is the hardware. Next thing I do bring with me for farmers market that I do recommend that you bring is a junk bin. Now this carries everything that I didn't think I needed at the farmers market, like scissors, tape, pens and pencils, markers, little sticky tabs. You got extra price tags. I have tons and tons of little price tags. I thought I did. Well, I guess I don't. No, I promise. I had it right here. Oh, it's right here. I took it out and I left it. Okay, so here's price tags. I have tons and tons of those because you remove a price tag from one item. If you make it again, you can put it back on another one. I do have a sewing kit with me. Okay, I have one because you never know, and there are needles all pre-threaded with colors that are, this is still in the pack. I forget where I get this from. So you see it's already threaded with the corresponding color that it's needed, so you don't have to thread it. There's buttons, there's a safety pin. I also carry with me a nail kit and soap sheets. You never know, some restrooms don't have soap in them, so I carry this soap with me, not just hand sanitizer. I do keep my hand sanitizer with me as well. But I also keep a nail file, some alcohol swabs, and a little nail nipper. Why? Because, or clippers, because I'm a crocheter. So if I snag a nail while I'm setting up, or if I'm breaking down and I break a nail, then I can't crochet without snagging the yarn. So I have to have rounded, smooth edged nails. Two different types of scissors, one for really strong something, maybe for a zip tie, and then one for just, you know, whether somebody needs it or not. I have some tape here that I bring with me just in case I need to tape something down. Pens and pencils. I have blank and lined index cards just for orders if people order. I have T-cross pins or T-pins right here. I have a Swiss Army knife that I use for whatever. If a screw comes loose on one of my legs of my canopy, which has happened a few times, I use this. And I have everything that I need, and I don't rely on other people. I have my business cards, a stack of them in here. I have several other things. It's just really a junk drawer of sorts. I have to clean it out now. I'm not going to market this weekend, so I'm just going to clean it out and get it reorganized. But that is what I bring in my junk bin. Now you guys can add, take away, put stuff in, bring it with you. Next up, I do have this bin for when I sell an item, people have their bag to put their items in. So I have a large bag. It's not fairly large. It is sort of like a medium-sized t-shirt bag, but it fits all of the items that I do have at market. So the largest item I have is my granny square poncho and my wild oleander hooded scarf. They fit in here if I fold them up nice and neat, and they go in there. I have my small thank you bag right here that is for those customers that purchase smaller item. I also have an organza bag because I'm that kind of person to where if you purchase a small item, it goes in here, then it goes in here. I am that person. And then I bring with me my business card in this little Mylar resealable bag, and has 2 charms in it. On the back it says, "You are the heart of my business. Thank you for your support." It's just a little thank you for my customers that do purchase from me as an incentive for them to return. It has all my social media where they can contact me. Now, I got new business cards, so I moved my last name, I removed my phone number and my email address. Like I told you guys before, I just want a, you know, single way for people to contact me and be able to get, that way I'm not looking at different areas to try and see which person wants what, you know, and trying to get in contact with other people that way in so many different social media platforms. That way I'm narrowing it down to 1 or 2. After that, you guys, it's don't forget to bring your water. Don't forget to bring your food. Don't forget to bring snacks for you. That way there's less amount of time for you to step away from your booth space. And the only time that you need to is to use the facilities there at the market. Now, if you, or the vendor event. Now, if you require me to answer any other questions, if you guys have anything new to add or notice that I missed something, please let me know in the comment section down below. And I will try to add that in my next video. Next week's video is going to be all about pricing and how much your items are worth. Hopefully I can get that. Hopefully I can get it done without flubbing. But that is a touchy subject for me. I don't know if it's a touchy subject for anybody else, but hopefully I can be well informed. And if you guys want to add something, post in the comment section down below. Or if you have any questions or want me to touch more on anything else, let me know, okay? All right, guys, that is it for me today. I hope you guys were able to get or glean some information from what I spoke about today. And I hope that I was able to, you know, inform you a little bit more than you were before. You guys don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to ring that notification bell. Click on the all button. It'll notify you when I do drop another video. Don't forget to have a blessed rest of your Wednesday, a blessed rest of your week, you guys, and I will see you next time. Peace out. Where we go to congregate and conversate about all things yarny and crafty, good ranny, all things ranny. Now, packing your car is another feat in itself. You got to be really good at Tetris to say the least, to pack your car with all the items that you're going to plan, and you're going to be wanting to. That's not coming out right. But before I forget, don't forget to load before the night before, okay? You guys, please load the night. I can't tell you how stressed I want, or how much I can't stress enough this. I get it, and then I remember what I'm going to say afterwards. Awesome. I can't stress enough. I can't stress this. How many takes is this going to take? This is ridiculous. I can't tell you how much. I can't get this out. This is ridiculous. I can't stress this enough, you guys, okay? Load your car the night before. Load it the night before. Why? Why ask why? Drink but try. No, I finally get it that I make a joke that I'm not even gonna. Lord Jesus, help me, you guys. Having no kids here is really messing with me. I run late. I risk, okay? What do you risk? You risk what? What do you risk? You risk the what? What are you risking? The time. I risk the time. I run the risk of losing time by loading my car the night before. If you... That wasn't even... I have T cross pins. Just kidding. That way, when you're snacking, you have, you know, that way you don't have to step away from... Gosh, Lee's Nos Nog... It's time for me to go get my kids.